thank the chairman. I want to thank you, Dr. Carter, for all your service to the nation and your willingness to serve again. I would like to ask you about, according to the Director of National Intelligence, we know that at least 107 terrorists who were formerly detained at Guantanamo and then released have been confirmed of re-engaging in terrorism. And in fact, an additional 77 are also suspected of that. In fact, we know that public reports tell us that at least 2 Guantanamo detainees have also joined ISIS. And so what I would like to ask you, number one, there were reports that Secretary Hagel said that he was under pressure to increase the pace of transfers of Guantanamo detainees by the administration. And as you know, the statute says that you, as the incoming Secretary of Defense, will have to make the determination, and only if you determine that the actions, there's a whole set of factors, but in particular, you have to determine that actions that have been or are planned to be taken will substantially mitigate the risk of such an individual engaging or re-engaging in any terrorist or other hostile activity that threatens the United States or United States persons or our interests, or I would assume our allies as well. And so I would ask you, Secretary Carter, soon to be Secretary Carter, thank you, but I would ask you to tell us and to make a commitment to this committee that you will not succumb to any pressure by this administration to increase the pace of transfers from Guantanamo. Will you commit to that?
Absolutely, sir.
And I would also ask you to commit to this committee that you will take with the utmost seriousness, because we had General Mattis before the committee the other day, and he expressed deep concern over the notion that one of our men and women in uniform could confront a terrorist that we had previously captured, and the implications to them, that you will commit to this committee and to all of us that you will not allow the release of someone that you think could re-engage in terrorism, so that our men and women in uniform will be confronted with them again.
I do, Senator. I understand my responsibilities under that statute, and I'll, as in everything else I do, I'll play it absolutely straight.
We appreciate that. That's very important, because we have seen an accelerated release of detainees, and as you know, there have been public reports about one of the Taliban 5 re-engaging in terrorist activities. So this is something that I think is of utmost importance. The last thing that one of our men and women in uniform should confront is a terrorist that we had previously captured, and I know you agree with me on that.